We travel round the sun while only the gods know where we run. We travel round the...
Hello everyone, I'm Sol. I'm an evolutionary astrologer from Norway, in case you didn't know me yet. And this is my little jam on Mercury retrograde in the late degrees of Sagittarius. Now, you might say, oh, but Mercury retrograde, we have Mercury retrogrades 3 times a year. Why is this so important? It's important for many reasons, mostly because it happens when Saturn is about to go into Capricorn, the sign of the master, the sign of the test. Now we're being tested when we get into Capricorn. And it happens around the Galactic Center, which is a massive black hole in the middle of our galaxy, which is unmanifested life, is what I would set as a keyword for this black hole. It's millions of, every black hole contains the masses of millions of suns and the energy of millions of suns. So it's really, it's really the seed of new life. The seed forms. Now I'll explain what Mercury goes through when it crosses this particular, space, is that it starts communicating with this incredibly interesting black hole, which is emitting these radio signals, beep 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 beep, always telling us like, what is it my dreams are telling me now? What is it? Oh, what? Wow, what's this? The guy who wrote Narnia had Mercury conjunct the Galactic Center, and he wrote this book about going into a closet and coming into a different world where there was an archetypal cosmos being created. The worlds were being created. It doesn't get better than this. That's just a perfect example of this particular creation that I'm talking about, that's happening in Sagittarius and in Capricorn. He was a Capricorn, by the way, which is just the cherry on the top, going out, manifesting what he's seen. He wrote the books about how things are created in his, these kids are coming into the world and becoming kings while they're in there. They go through the initiations of creation. They have to create, and they have to fight evil when they're there as well. They have to fight shadows. They have to fight something inside of themselves. Metaphorically, it's just something inside of us that is trying to freeze up everything. And then the Leo, the warmth, the wind in the fur, the light shines, it comes through this creation principle. The brave hero who sacrifices his life to create. It's kind of a magnificent tale, especially when you think it's coming from someone who has Mercury conjunct the Galactic Center. And that is the ability to actually understand deeper what it is to create something. So I would pay extra attention to my dreams in this particular phase. It could mean that you have a very active dream life for the time being. There's a lot of stuff going on the inside, which also can tell you, give you perspective on what it was that created you. What is it? What made you be who you are? And what is informing your thinking? What ideas, concepts, cultural conditionings are there in the background, filtering through your visions? Your vision is pure. I want to be an astrologer when I grow old. I actually had a dream once that I was an astrologer. I have my North Node on the Galactic Center, so for me this is like a favorite spot, actually. It's been one that I've been examining for quite a while and studying also a lot. And I remember when I was 16, I had a dream that I wore this long robe and I had a great long hair, and then I had a wand in my hand and a book under my other hand. And the only thing that came through, I was walking in this thick forest, and the only thing that came through was that I'm an astrologer. Yay! And I am an astrologer now, but manifesting that took a little time. Mastering all the different skills that we need to master, getting some good education, having enough experience. All these things comes through the next sign, Capricorn. But right now we're dealing with the last massage of Sagittarius. We're dealing with the motivational power that we need to have installed before we get there. The conviction. Is this true or is it not? If you're not completing something, it's because you're not convinced. After a while you lose faith. That's why most marriages fall apart, because people lose faith in it. It's like, I don't believe in us anymore. So our beliefs are very important, but our beliefs are informed, they are tainted. And with Mercury retrograde, you get a good opportunity to cleanse your thinking, understand perhaps why you are blocking some of your opportunities, why you are thinking negatively about some things, and understand the function of negativity is to prevent you perhaps from feeling and experiencing failure, which you might be convinced that is the only way anything can go, is failing. So if you have the religion of failure inside of you, then of course Mercury retrograde and Saturn in Sagittarius through the Galactic Center here will help you to see that might not be true. Why is it so? Question it. Question your thinking. I mean, if you think in a certain way and you're convinced that it's true, and somebody else tells you, but that's not how I felt it or experienced it, and you realize, oh, wow, I was wrong, then it's time to question your thinking. So it's always nice to be a little objective on the inner levels. What is this? What's this dream? Huh? Instead of run to conclusions. That's often something we do when we get enthusiastic. Oh, it's my soulmate. We run to conclusions. So it's caution is required, but if you're too cautious, you won't get anywhere either. You have to do what we call calculated risks. And I believe in a progress that is more steady. In Capricorn, we start walking to the mountaintop. That's when you really need to see, now all that I prepared for, am I ready to use it? Can I live this thing? Do I have enough love inside of me to do this? Do I have enough energy to do this? Is it the right time to do this, etc.? So you really get a chance to test out everything in reality. But then again, if you believe that any little obstacle on the road is the universe telling you to not go further, you're on the wrong path, this is a very difficult point. It's a critical point, because sometimes you see, okay, so what am I supposed to let go or continue? Again, we're being tested severely on this on this earth. So any mountain climb it's not the same kind of steep hill all the time. Sometimes you have these beautiful little more quiet areas, calm areas on the mountain climb, and you even have the energy to look around you and take good long breaths and really thoroughly enjoy what you're going through. Other times it's so demanding that everything you can do is just keep focused and climb, because if you're not focused and climbing, you'll fall down and you won't make it. So the mountaintop is like reaching the egg when you're a sperm. It's like, yay, hurry, hurry, hurry. And all the little sperms that are not, ready for the egg will fall. Only the one that is most fitted for life will make it. And believe it or not, that was you. You made it to the egg. My parents told me this story when I was a kid, and I always loved that they did it because I went around and I thought, I did it. I can do it. I'm the winner. I won the race. And it's not a bad thought. If it gives you the energy to get to where you're supposed to go, then it's a great thought. So with these words, I wish you a beautiful pre-Christmas time. If you're like me in the midst of pit darkness in the north, then I hope you find light on the inner levels. And use this Mercury retrograde well. I have a meditation group. If you want to join it, there's a link underneath. And you're very welcome. And if you want to work with me, that's also available. And I wish you a wonderful winter solstice and Christmas. So, yay! Thank you for listening.